Yeah, it's the Casimir Engine Show podcast on the day that Notre Dame burnt down. Wow, have you seen the news? Unbelievable.
You're listening to the Casimir Engine.
That's me.
Ka. Hasn't that been done to death? Isn't that so 90s?
You think so?
It's the Casimir Engine. It's not ka.
And we're kicking off with Marvins Revenge.
Losing track is nothing new. Looking back is something I would have gladly choose. This I must confess. So spread the sky across your chest. Do what you want and I'll play night two with the rest. Still not enough, so I take it on. Damn seaside. I can't see to take anymore and I'm just getting tired. Still so small and it never ends, but I finished mine. I can't see to stop anymore and I'm just getting tired. Just getting tired. Barely off the bar, creation's worse than life. We're broken all the things that can't fight back. There's nowhere left to go. I'll let you blossom on your own. But at least you didn't lie while she was shown. Still not enough, so I take it on. Then I'm seeing signs. I can't see it take anymore, and I'm just getting tired. Still so small and it never ends, but I finished mine. I can't see it stop anymore, and I'm just getting tired. Just getting tired. Still not enough, so I take it on. Then I'm seeing signs. Oh, I can't see to take anymore, and I'm just getting tired. Still so small and it never ends, but I finished mine. I can't see to stop anymore, and I'm just getting tired. Just getting tired.
Unbesmegging-leavable stuff, and that is by Marvin's Revenge from Worksworth. I forgot to put that on. I was having a bit of a mare then. I was trying to find something on Facebook and it all went wrong. So how you been out there? Hey, except for that Notre Dame thing, it's been a lovely day today. It's been sunshine and everything, but I've just been watching News 24, where usually they kind of really string things out, don't they? But this, the burning of Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris has been just phenomenal footage. Anyway, we're here to cheer up the world, eh? So what's on the show tonight, Casimir? Well, I'll tell you what's on the show. We've got sports, and particularly sports at school. I also want to discuss summer clothes, because all of a sudden we turned a corner in the weather, haven't we? And then the sun came out, and everybody suddenly decided, woohoo, it's summer already. And we've seen some sights. We've also we've had a chat earlier with Before They Were Hanged punk band. I've always said are from Derby, but apparently they're from North Derbyshire, let's put it that way. And we've also got music from Schema. We've got the return of Notorious Nose. We've got a bit of Oobleck. And we've been contacted today by a new artist called Luke Wall. He's got a new single out called Red Shoes. And you're going to hear it right now. You listen to the Casimir Engine Show podcast. Don't forget you can get in touch with us on Twitter at Casimir Podcast. Exactly the same on Facebook.
In the city where it's dark and it's pretty, there's a girl called Annie with the red shoes on. She's got a fella who loves a pint of Stella, but he doesn't give a damn once the football's on. It's absurd that he kicked her to the curb. Pretty little lady with the worries of the world. Now she's heard that he's with another bird, sinking pints down the local pub. 10 missed calls on his phone, 3 a.m. but he's still not home. How many more nights can she spend alone while he's out and about in a Hilfiger coat? But it's not funny, is it some kind of joke? That's a full month's wages and cannabis and coke. Kiss goodbye to that Sunday roast. He'll be lucky if his stomach's one slice of toast. In the city where it's dark and it's pretty, there's a girl called Ellie with the red shoes on. She's got a fella who loves a pint of Stella, but he doesn't give a damn once the football's on. It's absurd that he kicked her to the curb. Pretty little lady with the worries of the world. Now she's heard that he's with another bird, sinking pints down the local pub. Wake up mate, it's time to smell the coffee. You woke up on the sofa, now you wanna say sorry. It's a bit late for all of that. Looks to the door and finds his bag's packed. Now he's out on his arse again, cause he can pay for the sesh but he can't pay rent. Now he's out on his arse again, so he gives a little rain check to party in. In the city where it's dark and it's pretty, there's a girl called Ellie with the red shoes on. She's got a fella who loves a pint of Stella, but he doesn't give a damn once the football's on. It's absurd that he kicked her to the curb. Pretty little lady with the worries of the world. Now she's heard that he's with another bird, sinking pints down the local pub. She don't know if he will sort himself out. When he says he will, it fills her with doubt. Now he knows that she is at her wit's end. She can't wait for all of this shit to end. In the city where it's dark and it's pretty, there's a girl called Ellie with the red shoes on. She's got a fella who loves a pint of Stella, but he doesn't give a damn once the football's on. It's absurd that he kicked her to the curb. Pretty little lady with the worries of the world. Now she's heard that he's with another bird, sinking pints down the local pub. There's a new bloke on the scene, I hope he treats her right and keeps the house clean. Takes her out for dinner, tells her she's the one, but I bet he can't play her favourite song. Cause in the city where it's dark and it's pretty, there's a girl called Ellie with the red shoes on. She's got a fella who loves a pint of Stella, but he doesn't give a damn once the football's on. It's absurd that he kicked her to the curb. Pretty little lady with the worries of the world. Now she's heard that he's with another bird, sinking pints down the local pub.
This is Horace.
And this is Isaac.
We're the Brothers Byrne. And you're listening to the Casimir Engine podcast. And it's great.
I was supposed to say that.
I was waiting on you.
So friendly, kissing my face. Put me, baby, right in my place. I wanna touch you, I wanna hold. Can't tell you, I've gotta go. I got a bad habit, down on my knees. I got a bad habit, I'm begging you please. I got a bad habit, I'm falling in love. And I'm a bad habit, it's gotta be love. Can't tell you, I can't tease. Baby, baby, when you're down on your knees. Looking good, yeah, I can just kiss. And yeah, your baby, and I would just miss. I've got a bad habit, falling in love. I got a bad habit, cause I'm down on my knees. Bad habit, gotta be love. Got a bad habit, falling in love. down on my knees.
New music on the Casimir Engine Show podcast. I've got like a humming noise on my microphone, and I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. Anyway, the first track you heard was Red Shoes. That's by Luke Wall, and you can find out a bit more information about Luke on his Facebook page if you search for Luke Wall. He's got a SoundCloud account, www.soundcloud.com/Luke Wall. That's LUKEWALL music, all one word, Luke Wall music, and you should find him there. And also on Facebook, so you go onto Facebook, search for Luke Wall music. He's got a new EP called Red Shoes. It's out on the 17th. How on earth he sings all them words, I do not know. I can't remember what I'm going to say next. After that we had Diamond Bridges. I was contacted by Neil Fox today. He's it's like a rock and blues band, all original stuff. You just heard Bad Habit. We'll be playing more stuff from them very, very soon. So we've got, coming up, we've got some music by Schema, by Rendacium from Derby, a bit of Bagatelles from Wirksworth, and Notorious Nose from Matlock. Keeping it local, Kaz. Then we're having a chat with top punksters before they were hanged. It's all coming up on the Casimir Engine Show podcast. That's the Notorious Nose. And I was just eating the hardest biscuit in the world. I was trying to chomp it all down in the last minute of that. It was tough work, but I managed it. As you can imagine. Notorious Nose from Matlock, that's called The Art of War. Oh, I ain't switched that up.
You're listening to the Casimir Engine Show podcast.
Yep, you can tell because I keep on doing things wrong. Hey, do you want some news? Well, I've got news time. News time. 160,000 people have signed a petition calling for McDonald's to launch a vegan burger. Eh? This vegan thing's going mental, innit? Apparently, what's it doing one already? Burger King. Anyway, the other end of the scale, Cafe Nero, they now do. Why? Right, somebody tell me why you'd want this, right? Cafe Nero now does coffee-infused bacon rolls. Why would you want bacon that tastes of coffee? If you want it to taste of coffee, have a sweet coffee at the same time you take a bite of your bacon roll. I like this one, though. Asda have launched Milka. You know that chocolate bar, that cheap chocolate bar? Well, they've introduced Milka Philadelphia chocolate spread, and it only costs £1. Good old Asda. And then sad news, I went to see these at the De Montfort Hall, and oh no, it was the Granby Hall, I think, in Leicester. Paul Raymond, UK rock stalwart and long-time UFO member, he's passed away at 73. Oh dear. Anyway, the other thing I want to know is, what did you buy on Record Store Day? If you went to Record Shop Day? I found a shop in Buxton. We went to Buxton at the weekend. And I found a shop. I'm not telling anybody what it is or where it is. But I collect them their cassettes. And I have found a shop that has got a cabinet full of cassettes. I bought a cassette box full of cassettes for £2. And I was over the moon. Mrs. Engine was standing outside. This is on Sunday, just gone. So that would be the 14th of April. And it was like -10 in Buxton. They'd had snow just before we got there. Which makes me... I've just remembered, I need to talk to you about summer clothing. How we're going to ram all this in tonight, I do not know. But we need some more music, Kaz, so my wish is your commandola. We're going back to Wirksworth. We had Marvins Revenge from Wirksworth first. Now we're going to get a bit of Bagatelles. It's Romantic Resignation. You're listening to the Casimir Engine Show podcast. That tune cannon is absolutely loaded. I'm still picking bits of biscuits out of my teeth. It's disgusting, isn't it? Do.
Say what you want. nation.
All right, what I'll do then is I'll do the introduction bit and then we'll get on some questions. Is that all right?
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully.
All right, it's quite I've got to say, it's a really clear line. I've done this on Facebook before and it's been pants, but it seems to be all right. So fingers crossed it lasts anyway.
Yep.
So. All right, I'll do the podcast introduction bit. You'll notice my voice change into professional mode almost instantaneously. So here we go. On tonight's show, we're talking with Simon Madden, lead singer with Before They Were Hanged. Welcome to the Casimir Engine podcast.
Who will shut you up when I'm all out of luck? Still suffering inside my veins. We're right beside you. Broken home. There's no one really out there. DIY alone, oh don't you lie. I'm a broken home. There's no one really out there. DIY alone. Shut you up, we're the ones untold, still suffocating in my world, inside a smaller picture. Don't you lie, broken home. No one really out there, DIY alone, so don't you lie. You're from a broken home. No one really out there. DIY alone. Figured you out. My summer is ending. I figured you out. My summer is ending. So don't you lie from a broken home. There's no one really out there. DIY alone, so don't you lie from a broken home. No one really out there. DIY alone.
That's
Hi,
you, then.
It is. Hi, everybody out there.
How you doing? You all right?
Yeah, really good.
Good stuff, good stuff. We've been playing Before They Are Hanged for some time now on the podcast and on Analog Trash Radio.
Yep.
Couple of questions for you. We want all our listeners to know all about you. So how long have you been together?
We've been together since April, May, the last year we started out.
Oh, wow. I thought you'd have been together for much longer than that.
No, this is something that's just happened in space for a couple of months and it's just blown up with the music.
Blimey. So how did you meet then?
Me and Ben are friends from past. He's our drummer.
Yeah.
And we just sent some feelers out through media for a guitarist, which we met Dan. our guitarist, and then we searched for a bass player. It all happened in like space of 2-3 weeks, and we just wanted to get a band together and write what we know. And Joe was the last piece, our bass player. He came in, and then it was just hunting a rehearsal space down, really, where we all felt comfortable rehearsing together.
So where are you all based? Because haven't we got Dan? Is Dan over in Bakewell?
Yes, Dan's from Bakewell, our guitarist.
Yeah.
Joe's from Nottingham.
Ooh.
I'm from South Normanton, near Alfreton.
Oh, right.
And Ben's from South Normanton as well.
So I've got to change my biog about you then, because I said you're all from Derby City Centre or from Bakewell.
Yeah, we're just like, where can we put a saying? 'Cause Joe's like, no, don't put Derby. Then it's, don't put Nottingham. So we're like, we need to like say we're in middle of nowhere or something. That's what we put on his profile. Just say a little town in middle of nowhere. Yeah.
I tell you what, we've got a couple of bands. We've interviewed a guy called Richie Tyler from South, and he lives in South Normanton as well. He was in a band called the Marigolds, so it's a bit of a wellspring for new bands coming out there now. Yeah,
I'm going to say there's people we've met already while we've played live, and the local lads or from afar, and you know what I mean, we've all kept in touch, and it's a really good community at minute with the scene, especially with punk music and things like that. And they're pulling crowds in as well, so it's really good.
So you met back in? Do you say last April? So about a year now.
Yeah.
To say. So you've been together about a year. How on earth do you get to be? I saw you appear on Facebook Live. You had a gig, which I thought was a fantastic idea. I'd never seen that before. We work with Pirate Studio Bays in Nottingham. We'll give them a plug. Yeah. It's a great little studio. It's all, kitted out with PA system, mixer, amps, and it's recorded live if you want to do live stuff there. It's a really good studio to use. It's a belting way of watching a gig, because I could watch it from my front room. And the beer's cheap around our house.
And with all this media around, it were like, let's do a Facebook Live and see what happens.
It's a cracking
idea. And just
play
a couple of tracks and see where we go from there.
So how do you get to be... it was I've got to say, it sounded like you've been together for years.
No,
Is it just a matter of practice then?
Yeah, underneath it all, we do practice a lot, and we do stream from different areas. So Dan will stream stuff from him, I'll stream vocals, Joe will send bass ideas. It's great with all this internet stuff that we can do that, and we're not actually together. And then when we do come together at Nottingham, it's there straight away.
That is incredible, isn't it? When you can do it in your own bedroom or whatever.
Basically.
It's the future.
And then send each other ideas of what we're recording, because you've got all these little apps now to do it. And we just get together every week, and it just comes together. It just flows.
So who came up with the name then?
Ben is a big love of books.
Right.
And I think it's Joe Atticombe or someone. He does a book called Before They Are Hanged.
Oh,
and it's all medieval and things like that.
Oh,
so
not Game of Thrones.
That's where the name's from. Yeah, similar stuff.
I slagged Game of Thrones off on Twitter this morning, and I'm a wanted man. Everybody likes it except me, I think.
It's a big thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but so it came from a book then? Before They Hang is a book?
Yes, it is a book.
Brilliant. Okay.
That's what it's titled.
You got the new single out, Clenched Fist.
Yep.
Who comes up, who writes the words, who writes the tune?
It's me and Dan, mainly, at the minute. Joe's starting to write stuff, and Ben's got enough work with his drums. Yeah. So, it's me and Dan who come up. This is Dan's song. It's our third single. Dan.
I was in the garden the other night, and it's sometimes you don't know whether it's a song that you've known for a while off the radio or something like that. It was incredible. So I'm up the garden, I'm whistling it the other day. So if they always say if somebody starts whistling it, it's got to be a hit.
Yeah, I'm going to say we've had it played on a few playlists over the past week to give a teaser, and we're getting some fantastic response from the single already, so we're well chuffed.
So what's your plan of action then when you bring out a track like that? Do you just bombard it on social media?
Yeah, we've tried the CDs way, old school. We released Here Come the Cool Kids that were limited to 50 copies only.
Oh, right.
So we've only got a few copies of that left, which you can pick up at one of our shows.
Yeah, stick one name on one then.
Yeah, will do.
Yeah,
definitely.
I'll have that.
I'll save you a copy.
Have that.
And the track, second track is DIY. We just added that on as a flip side song.
Brilliant.
Yeah, but Clenched Fist, we just thought more of media, and I speak to other people who do music.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, it's a way forward. You've got Spotify, Amazon, Deezer. There's that many out there now that it links to your songs, and it's not just the UK, it's worldwide. We're getting played everywhere.
Well, I know you're mates with the Serpent Motors. You know of the Serpent Motors?
Yeah. Me and Rob go back, God, a few years now. We're pretty good friends. So.
Like you say, there's a community. There's this punk spirit that's back in town. You know, it's amazing. But
definitely.
He was saying he's getting plays over in New York and all over the place.
Yeah, we get a lot of plays in California and things like that.
Brilliant.
And it's going down really well. We've just been played in Hong Kong, which is like mind-blowing.
It's unbelievable.
With Clenched Fist. Yeah, we're like, wow, this is crazy.
Punk rockers in Hong Kong.
Yeah, it's cool. So, and they love it over there.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
Were you a punk back in the day? Are we of a similar vintage? Are we of a similar vintage, or?
I grew up, music-wise, it was through my sister.
Yeah.
So personal, it was more like David Bowie and things like that she were into, which I listened to as a kid. And then my music changed when it was probably late 80s, 90s, when grunge were around and things like that.
Yeah.
So Nirvana and Mudhoney. God, there's loads of bands, isn't there? What came out of that era, Pearl Jam.
Yeah. That's where you
So just
from.
that wave I were on, yeah.
Yeah.
And then music's changed again, and you pick up.
Have you gone back and had a look at what was around when? I suppose we're not of a similar vintage then. I'm a lot older than you then. But when I used to go to the Adjanta cinema in Derby, which was it was an Indian cinema. They used to do it was Bollywood films before Bollywood existed, I think. So and they used to play these things. Then on Saturdays, a group of guys in Derby used to open it up as a venue. So I've seen the Ruts and Crass and UK subs. UK subs are on almost every other week. Have you gone as far back as that to have a look at what they were doing in those days, or is it
my brother was? My brother were into the punk scene, and then he went two-tone and ska. What I can remember, and Quadrophenia were around. I was only young then, but I can remember it like yesterday. And like Sex Pistols, Ruts, Clash. Yeah. I heard of the songs, Ramones, like the American sound came over.
Is that what you're coming from? Is it like that? I've got to say, if there's anyone that, and there's nothing that comes out of the singles that I've heard so far, and the music I've heard so far, where you think, hey, flipping it, they're just another copy of the Ruts, or there's a slight bit of Ramones in there. You could say there's a slight bit, but I think the Ramones are like the backbone of punk anyway. I think every punk band in history has a bit of Ramones in it. But is there anybody specifically that you kind of base yourself on?
No, we'd like to say we're before they're hanged. We're something new. We've got a lot of ideas coming up, what we're going to change the tone and things like that, but everybody's got to wait till May for that.
Hey?
So we have got something coming.
We can't wait now. Yeah, you've just announced it. You've got to make it up quicker than that.
Something's coming in May. May the 3rd. Keep your eyes out.
Not May the 4th.
No,
You could have
we
done
thought
Star
too
Wars.
much with Star Wars. No. We thought, let's do May the 3rd and throw it out completely. So, yeah,
Brilliant.
something's coming on May the 3rd, so look out for that on our
Okay.
page.
We will do. So
Definitely.
what is your page? It's the Facebook page we're looking at, yeah?
Yeah, we've got Facebook Before They're Hanged, and we're on Instagram as well, Before They're Hanged 1.
Oh, brilliant.
So, yeah, anybody can get in touch with us through there.
Can
We have got an email address.
Yeah. What's your... Oh,
Yeah,
do you want to
that's-
give it out? Because I'm just
No,
wondering
it's,
how
if they
people
go
can
to
get
our
into...
page,
Yeah.
yeah, if they go to our page, our email's there, our personal emails, if you want to get in touch with band members, things like that.
How do
So
we
it's
get
all
hold
on
of,
there.
And we get hold of music through Spotify and all that kind of
Bandcamp.
thing? Yeah, Bandcamp.
Yeah, it's Bandcamp. There's some live stuff on there, what Dan put up. And, yeah, Clenched Fist will be on there.
Okay.
DIY's on there. Cool Kids. So, yeah, and then we're just doing this as an exclusive for Spotify. I can't get any more because something's coming in May, so that'll make sense when it all comes round.
All right.
Hello, Black, we've got you now.
You have. You've lured us in. That's not fair, is
Yeah.
it? So,
No, and that's what we want.
And I noticed that there's a gig at the Anchor in Kegworth coming up. Is that on
that's
Sunday?
This Saturday.
Is it Saturday? Is it Saturday evening
Yes.
or Saturday day?
Yeah, Saturday. Yeah, Saturday evening.
Okay.
Starts about 6 o'clock. First bands are on at 7, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's St George's Day Punk Day. So we've been asked to go down there and play.
Fantastic. Your reputation's going wider then if you're getting into Leicestershire.
Yeah, we've got some shows coming up through the year as well.
What have you got? I saw there was. Is there a festival that you're appearing at?
We're playing Tramlines Festival in July in Sheffield.
Brilliant.
We've been asked to play there. They've announced us to say, you know what I mean, basically we're getting noticed really fast, so we've been added to there.
Hey, cool.
And we're playing Blackpool Rebellion the Thursday before the festival. We're in Blackpool.
Wow. That's been going
got a
some
few
years.
gigs in Nottingham, Derby, Sheffield, so we're staying in the area.
What was the
Get
one?
the buzz of-
What's the pub that the Sitwell Tavern? Is it that you appear at in Derby?
Oh yeah, we're doing in Derby. I think it's June 15th.
Okay.
We're at Sitwell Tavern. Yeah. So
That
all the
seems-
dates are on our Facebook page.
Seems to be an up and coming place for gigs, particularly punk gigs at the Sitwell Tavern.
Yes. Yeah, it's a really good pub. Great atmosphere. Really friendly people.
Brilliant stuff.
We've been asked to play back there. We played there twice now, and
Yeah.
they're like, "Yeah, we want you back." So it's great to be asked to play back. It's really
Isn't it
good
just?
feedback. Yeah, we love it.
Fantastic. Well, thanks ever so much for coming on to the show. We better play Clenched Fist.
Wicked. Thanks for having us. Really appreciate it.
No problems at all. Thanks for joining us.
Hope to catch you at one of our shows.
We'll do. Don't forget, save me that single.
Yep, will do.
All right.
Put you on the side.
Fabulous. Cheers.
Okay, cheers.
Sticking into the lead mill. All the punks and trunks they wave us on. Yeah, take their toll as time passes by. I remember your face. It was 17 and full of fear, but there's no room anymore. Do you think we'll make it? Do you think we'll try? Do you think we'll make it? Life that was a lie. Do you think we'll make it? I smile and raise my clenched fist high. days without a care. Bad religion broke me. It was Wolverhampton 94, slamming up and landing on my face. Do you think we'll make it? Do you think we'll try? Do you think we'll try and live a life that was a lie? Do you think we'll make it? I smile and raise my clenched fist high.
Listening to the best podcast in the world. It's the Casimir Engine Show.
Thanks very much to Simon from Before They Were Hanged. Don't forget you can get all the details up on the podcast Twitter page and on Facebook. I'll share everything out there. Let's get a bit funked up with Oobleck.
Casimir Engine. I've listened to your show and it's a shambles.
That's Oobleck, all the way from We Are Derby, Super Derby. And don't forget, you can come and see 4 fantastic electronic bands at Oobleck Studios. I knew there was an end. I don't think there's any more though. I hope not. So that was Oobleck, and they've played at Oobleck Studios. And on June the 1st of this year, we got 4 top electronic bands. We got Nature of Wires, we got Fourth Engine, we got St. Lucifer, and we've got Veon, all appearing at Oobleck Studios. So stick it in your diary. We're all going. Or just burp them. I was talking to somebody this morning about school sports. I don't know how it came up in conversation, but we're talking about school sports. So I want to know, were you ace at school sports when you were a kid? Because I was rubbish. I went to a school where you were made to play rugby, and I hated rugby. And you know what? It's followed me through life. My dad was brilliant at snooker, and I hate snooker. I don't know, it's just a thing in me. So I was really rubbish at rugby when I was at school, and I can always remember I once got tackled so hard by Philip Moore. If he was ever listening, God, I'll tell you what, it made me, I was hit that hard. I had to go for a lie down in the the room where the woman nurse was, and she used to let you lie down if you got headache or something. I was so wet, it was unbelievable. And then I remember once I got a chance of scoring a goal thing, a try, and there's this kid called Paddy Doyle, and he says, if you don't drop it, I smash your face in. So I had to drop the ball. What am I like? And then in swimming, I can't swim still. And we had to do 25 yards breaststroke in our school swimming baths. And I did it touching the floor about 10 times with my foot and wearing deflated armbands because I was just rubbish at stuff. And I think they only passed me because I was 16 and I was about to leave school anyway. Absolutely pants at sport. So, are you any good at sport? You're not even very good at DJing, Kaz, are you? Let's face facts. So, if you're like mega at sport, but even better, were you absolutely rubbish at sports? Let us know. At Casimir Podcast on Twitter. At Casimir Podcast on Facebook, the Casimir Engine Show podcast on Facebook if you want to write it out in full, and www.casimirengine.com. Hey, I've got to play them again because I'm just loving this. This is Rendacium from Derby. It's all local stuff tonight, except we're going to play a tribute to Paris because of just the fire. I've just seen it again on TV. It is devastating.
you. Don't let me down. Cup of coffee out. Does that sound? Been here before. I've been a mess, but I could love you. Can I love you instead? A million thoughts go round my head about you. On the edge of something I can't define. And I would never wanna hurt you. 'Cause you make me feel so right, I can't calm down. I know you can, but just let me lie. You were dreaming that I'll take you in. Been here before, and I've been a mess, but I can love you. Can I love you still? Million thoughts go round my head about you. On the edge of something I can't define. And I would never wanna hurt you. 'Cause you made me feel so right, I can't calm down. A million thoughts go round my head about you. On the edge of something I can't define. And I would never wanna hurt you. 'Cause you made me feel so right, I can't calm down. But I can love you still.
You're listening to the best podcast in the world. It's the Casimir Engine Show.
Hey, this is Thierry over in Paris. We're thinking about all of you lot. Such sad scenes on the TV. 800 plus years old. 200 years to build it.
You break me down, you light me up. You know no matter what I do, it's all about you. You lift me up, you take me higher. You're the best thing I never knew. I'm nothing without you.
So our thoughts are with everybody in Paris. Notre Dame Cathedral in flames. Devastating scenes. That was Stereo in Solo. Thierry Noritop lives in Paris. That was the Friction remix. We're thinking about everybody over there. You've been listening to the Casimir Engine Show podcast. Top tunage. Thanks very much to Simon Madden for joining me on the show. Don't forget you can catch all the details on Twitter and on Facebook. I'll see you next week.
The Casimir Engine. Reliably mediocre.